It is a great day here at Real Talk Media Studios because I have Chad Basinger joining me. Welcome, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Well, you know, you're a successful real estate agent, and it's really, really important, I find, for people when they're looking to hire a real estate agent, they ask them questions, right? They need to get to know the agent and how are they going to be able to help them. So maybe we can discuss today some of the important questions to ask an agent if you're going to hire them.
You know what? That's a great question, and it's interesting because I take this very seriously, and so I made a few notes just to remind me of some of these questions.
Great.
And it's funny because obviously everyone is aware of Google, so you can go on Google, what questions should I ask an agent who I'm thinking about working with? But a lot of those are canned, and I don't think they're actually really good questions that get you the answers that I think you need to make the best decision.
Okay.
So with that being said, the very first question is, why should we choose you to represent us? It's a very simple question and short, but yet it gives that agent a chance to explain what it is, how they stand out.
Okay.
And a lot of times, you know, they say you don't learn anything by talking. So you ask the question and just listen to what they have to say. And that'll give you a lot of good insight. The second question is, how are you different than the other 24,000 agents here in San Diego County?
And that can be a tough question to answer because now you're talking about yourself, right?
Correct.
It's not easy to talk about yourself. Okay, so how do you answer that one?
Well,
there's so many different ways. Just how you differentiate what you do. Maybe you specify that you are knowledgeable in Poway, for example. You're selling a home in Poway, and you could be a Poway resident. So maybe those kind of questions.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of differentiators that I personally have, but I don't think we have enough time to go into that right now.
Right. Okay.
And then if we decide to work with you, are we dealing strictly with you the entire time, or are you going to pass us along to any of your team members? Now that's very important. I actually just met someone at open house the other day and they thought they were going to be working with someone. Turns out that they've never seen that person. They're just working with someone that they passed along. And lo and behold, that particular individual has only sold 4 properties in her career. So now I realize people need to start out somewhere, but as the client, you don't necessarily need to be the guinea pig.
No, and as a client, I think it's important. You want to have a personal relationship with somebody that you're working with. They want to be able to trust you, right? They're leaving their home to you to show to other people. And I think when you're just having somebody else come in all the time, you don't now have that trust. The trust is not built, and it's not a personal relationship, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So just make sure that you're working with the person that you're actually talking to instead of them just being the face of their business and then passing you along to someone else and you're just a statistic.
Right. Those are great questions.
Are there any restrictions on when we can reach out to you with any questions or concerns that we have? The reason why I say that is because there are some people you'll call, you get a voicemail, and they'll be, if you're calling after 5 or 6, then we'll return the call the next day.
Right.
To me, buying or selling a house is a hugely important thing, so I don't think you should make anyone wait.
Okay, great. Any other questions that you can think of?
I do.
Okay.
How are we doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so real quickly, so what qualifications do you have that would make us want to entrust you with the purchase or sale of what is our most valuable asset? That's a very important thing. Have you ever had any ethics complaints against you and or been a part of any mediation or arbitration as it pertains to any real estate transactions?
Okay.
How many transactions have you done in the past, let's say 12 months or over the course of your career, as opposed to your brokerage? Because a lot of times people who are new will say, oh, we've sold X amount of homes, but really they're referring to their company. That's one. And then a couple more. Can you provide us a list of all your clients that you've worked with, including any that either canceled with you or you didn't sell their house, their contact information so that we could reach out to them? And if we were to talk to your past clients, what would be the overall theme or takeaway that they would say about you? 2 more. What are your greatest strengths and weaknesses as it pertains to your real estate practice? Mm-hmm. And then finally, if you are selling our home, how does your marketing plan stand out from all the others? And then if you're representing us on the buy side, what is it that you're doing to help us compete in this hyper-competitive market?
Okay, those are fantastic questions, and I hope that our viewers jot down those when they're looking to hire a real estate agent. Those are very, very important to know.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing and joining us at Real Talk Media Studios.
Thank you.
You're welcome.